think it through. Think it through in your mind before you express it. When you do that, then you will find you have far less miscommunications. You will have the ability to really communicate what you are feeling. It's interesting, when you really stop and talk to yourself for a minute about something that's bothering you, and you really analyze it and you really think it through, sometimes you can deal with it right away. You know, is this bothering me? Of course it's bothering me. My goodness, it's bothering me to no end. And then, you know, if you need to take care of it with somebody, if something or an interaction that happened is really, really, really bothering you, it's just weighing on you, think it through before you go talk to that person. There's always two sides of everything, and you don't always see the other side. And sometimes when somebody reacts a certain way to you, you immediately think, well, they don't like me, or I must really annoy them, or all the other negative thoughts and feelings that go into our mind when we immediately assume that it's us, it's me, you know. Sometimes it's really not, and sometimes it is. But think it through before you go talk to that person. And when you talk to that person, without emotion, without the emotion of, well, you said this and you said that, and I can't believe, and all those other things, you just do the straight talk, you know, from the heart to the heart. You'll find you have power to resolve things. And sometimes you really need to go talk it out. Make sure you find the right moment. Quite often the moment isn't when everybody's involved. Sometimes it's just a one-on-one. You know what, I'm dealing with this thing, and I know it's probably really my own problem, my own perception, but I really want to work it out. And when you start taking life in your hands in that way, then a lot of the problems start going away. Think it through before you say something. You say something that you will eternally regret. You can't take it back, oh, I was just teasing and I didn't mean it, because the person on the other end will hear those words over and over and over and over again. They can't help it, especially if they respect you. Respecting each other is a very powerful thing. I have people who I really respect, and I'll tell you what, their opinion and what they say to me impacts me more than all the people who I don't really know and don't respect. When somebody respects you, you have an amazing responsibility to make sure that what you say is good and what you say is constructive. When somebody respects you, you can make a big difference in their life. And it goes the other way. When you really respect somebody, when you really look up to somebody and they cut and dice you down, it hurts in a way that is really, really hard to heal from. So when you have the emotions, when you have all those emotional feelings that are just rumbling inside of you, stop and take a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, and then respond. And I think that you will find that your response is a little different than if you responded immediately. Because our immediate emotions, our immediate thoughts are not always completely ours. They're responses to whatever just happened. It's almost like the thoughts think before we feel. And when you really feel, and when you really think it through, and you really want to communicate what you're feeling, do it in a way that you have complete control over your emotions and your feelings. There is so much power in controlling what you say in the way that you want to say it. Not because somebody did something, or because it rained today, or because it didn't have this kind of weather, not because of any external pressure or circumstance. But do it because this is your life. I mean, you're going to have so many emotions throughout your life that are going to hit you when you're not going to be prepared for. And if you just stop and think, okay, how am I going to deal with this? What am I going to say? And then say it. You will have longer lasting relationships, longer lasting friendships, and those will be treasures for you, because you cannot have too many friends, and one enemy is just too many.